We have here 4 brand new Raimondi cranes, all luff and jib cranes, 2 different varieties. We've got 2 LR330s and 2 LRH174s, which are hydraulic luffers. They're using all of the cranes to build the luxury apartments, but they are using them for 2 slightly different reasons. The 2 LR330s were erected first in the middle of 2018 to build the 2 blocks at the back. They have some larger capacity lifts on those blocks, which is great for the LR330s because they're 14-ton maximum capacity cranes. So they have the larger lift required for the blocks, and then they also, with the 50-metre jib, get a much better reach out at the 50 metres as well. The LRH174s were erected at the end of last year. The work there really is just getting underway, but they're being used obviously in close proximity to the LR330s, which is great use of the crane's specific requirements. The LRH174s are hydraulic, which means they can work in a much more confined space, which isn't only great for city developments like this one, but it means you can put more cranes in a small location, so you've got more hook time and the build is getting done much faster, so everything is much more efficient. The planning process really is a huge part to this job, and it does take work with both us as the crane experts and the client as well, because obviously they need to build in the way that they've planned to, but we need to make sure they're being safe and they're using the cranes in the best way possible. First of all, we start with the crane location itself, and then we make sure that the capacities of the crane suit the lifts that the client have. Can they get everything out over the building, and is the crane capable of lifting it to those radii? Planning this job really was quite specific. We've got the 4 cranes within inside the footprint of the building, and although the heights are varying between the 4 cranes, they're still very close together. So it takes a really strong, safe system of work to ensure that the site are working safely. But a massive part of the planning was to ensure there was no possibility of the cranes colliding when they're out of service. So we've got quite a busy day on site today. We've got quite a lot going on. We've got our service technicians here today carrying out the routine inspections on the crane. We've also got an independent examiner on site to do an inspection of TC3, which we have carried out every 6 months on each of the cranes. And as well as that, we have the manufacturer of the crane Raimondi here today carrying out some routine maintenance on the LRH174s as well.